Hello again. Streaming this in, now in color. No, I'm streaming this now with a 5080 instead of a 3090. I upgraded my video card. So now I can actually stream this at a lower bit rate and hopefully higher quality using the AV1 codec, which is about 50 to 80% more efficient than the HEVC codec, which is H.265. This is like H.266. But it's not really, but it's sort of like that. It would be the next step up in codec evolution from H.265. Anyway, I'm on a hunter that is at level 31. His name is Yandos. Why is it Yandos instead of Bree something? Because on Mists of Pandaria Classic, I have my auction character. I have all my Bree characters that I, have at some level of 80 something, right? Up into the 80s. Then I have a bunch of characters starting with C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, Z, right? I'm on Yandos. This is my Y character. I have one more after this who's still at 30 something as opposed to 40. Now I'm taking advantage of Joyous Journeys, which started a week ago. And since that hit, I've been leveling all of these characters from 30-ish or 25-ish up to 40, starting with Claudetta, then Edward and Franita. I do about 3 a day, roughly. So this is the last day. I just finished doing Xavias, which is my paladin. I was tanking in some dungeons with really bad healers. Just like, really? You're not even spec to be a healer. You're an elemental shaman. Why are you trying to heal a dungeon? It's not level 15 anymore. Spec for resto, you moron. Oh my god, it was so bad. Anyway, he's like, I can't heal you. I'm like, yeah, no doubt, you're not a resto shaman. You should be putting Earth Shield on me, using Riptide, and then Healing Wave. Not spamming Healing Surge left and right like it's, just sucking down your mana like crazy. Just idiotic. Idiotic. Go read up on your class, how it works. Anyway, I'm here on this Huntard. I'm named Yandos. I'm at 31. I still have 43 minutes of my Wii buff left. And of course, Joyous Journeys, and I'm running full, except for the ring, right? I don't have the pirate ring, but I have all the other really nice doodads to give me more XP and more power. I did want to point out something that I noticed with this version of the game, which is, see this ability right here called Cower? At some point before level 30, it gives your pet this and has it set to autocast, which is really dumb because it doesn't alert you in any way that your pet was just given this, and so it competes with Growl. Basically, your pet becomes not a very good tank all of a sudden. He just doesn't hold threat, and you're like, what's going on? Why isn't he holding threat? It's because he was given this sort of as a shadow ability, sort of just on the way. It's so dumb. Anyway, so you need to put it on your bar, make sure it's the autocasted turned off. And of course, another annoying thing is that when you go into a dungeon, it's normally everything's fine. It'll turn this off, and then if this is on the bar, I think it turns it on, or it might not. Like autocast, like you right click it to turn on. But yeah, okay. I'm just gonna grab this thing while I'm here. So when you're in a dungeon, you want your growl to be off because you don't want to compete for threat with the tank. That's rude. That's a faux pas as a hunter. But the problem is when you ding in a dungeon, it turns this growl back on. It doesn't show it as being autocast. See the little marching answer on the outside, that little scintillating thing? That means it will automatically cast whenever it's available. So it looks like this in a dungeon when you ding, but it's still casting. So you have to turn it on with right click and then turn it back off with right click again to make it go off in a dungeon, right? Well, I want it to be on right now, but there we go. And of course, I'm leveling as survival because the only real difference here is, well, there's a couple differences. One is explosive shot is a really nice DPS that doesn't require my pet to be at the enemy for it to be cast. If I were still in Beastmaster, again, the major difference there is as Beastmaster, I would have Kill Command. But Kill Command doesn't work unless the pet is next to the enemy. Well, my pet's not next to the enemy because he has to run all the way over there because this dash has a long cooldown, right? So we're just not going to do that right now. See, he's just like on all the way over there. We're going to do this. The other difference is that when I do multi-shot, if I were Beastmaster, my pet would also do a big swipe. Well, he's not going to do that because I'm not Beastmaster, but that's the downfall of not being Beastmaster. Normally I would level as Beastmaster, but it's easier sometimes to just level as Survival or as Marksman. I don't like Marksman because I don't like the fact that aim shot takes frickin' forever to fire. It's a big, nice hit, right? So if you go over here, you see aim shot. It takes 2.5 seconds to fire this thing. I already hate the fact that steady shot takes 2 seconds. It's like, it feels like forever. I'm so used to instant cast on hunters. Like in retail, Beastmaster is all instant cast. There is no cast times on anything. But the problem is with the classic versions of the games, up until at least this point, you have to use steady shot to get focus back. And it's not an instant cast. It's like it casts and then it goes off. Well, the problem with that is the way it casts, it doesn't allow you to interrupt it with, like, I have kill shot as a macro. I'll show you right here. Kill shot. It's my, you know, basically an execute, right? So if I look at kill shot, I know I'm all over the map here because all these things I've been thinking about, I just want to like vomit it out. See, I say stop casting right here as part of the macro. It doesn't stop steady shot. It's so annoying. Basically, steady shot is just going to keep running and I can't do a kill shot when this is being cast. It's so tedious. Now, I could do escape and hit kill shot, but it's like too many things at once to do in the middle of a fight, right? I don't want to have to cancel an ability just to cast another ability, like, manually. It's really tedious. I'm glad they fixed this later on by removing steady shot from, like, needing to be in the rotation. Instead, they have barb shot, which does the same thing, and it's instant cast. It's phenomenal. I love barb shot. I think that was added in what, Legion maybe? Maybe it was Draenor. I don't remember Draenor being annoying on Hunter, so that maybe they added that with Draenor. But whenever they add it, thank God they did because it's so annoying. Okay, so now we're gonna go. I have a set route that I follow here. I come down to this spot, like to go from 30 to 40. When I hit 32, I'm gonna get Feign Death, and then I can go into dungeons without fear of losing this buff because the tank died because he's an idiot or because the healer's an idiot, and then everything comes from me. I can just feign out of it and keep my Wii buff, right? Because I don't. The Dark Moon Fair isn't back until next Sunday, like 5 days from now or whatever. So I need to wait till 32 for that. And then I will start queuing for dungeons. So my pattern is I do Southern Stranglethorn up until 40 if I can get there, with enough dungeons. If I can't, if I can get to only like 38 and some odd change or maybe 39, then I'll go up to Western Plaguelands up here and I'll do the Andor Hall quest line that, you know, where you kill a bunch of undeads and there's a boss there and, well, a mini boss, and it's kind of fun. You know, I sort of have a route that I follow for that. So I figured all that out over doing this over, you know, 20 characters now. But it ebbs and flows as to what I'll actually need to do to finish this because of, you know, if I'm a tank or a healer, I'm more likely to get dungeons. But I've had really good success as well getting dungeons on a DPS because just for some reason at certain times of day, people are just queuing for dungeons. Don't know why. Maybe it's, you know, European players are still over here and they're still awake and they seem to be more active than the American players. So, like, late at night or early in the morning or whatever, it's just weird times of day that, like, I've noticed, like, super early in the morning if I'm, like, up at 4 or 5 a.m., like, if I can't, you know, if I wake up and I can't get back to sleep and I come down here, I find that I get into dungeons a little bit faster. I think it's because of the European players are still online and they're doing their thing until, you know, they have to get up and go to work or whatever. Okay, so now I have this. So now I've grabbed all the quests here in Booty Bay. I'm going to fly back up to here, then I'm going to go over this way.
What's on your mind?
This is like just comfort now. I know exactly where to go, what to do, how to do it, and so I'm just going to do my little pathway here. still no dropped frames. That's excellent. And the quality should be superb. Hopefully it's not stuttery. I've noticed sometimes, yeah, it looks like it's stuttery on the other screen, which might mean it's stuttery for you guys. Let me reload the UI and see if that fixes that. I've noticed that it's sometimes stuttery. It's like it's 30 frames a second or something. Don't know why. Being inside an instance seems to be fine, but being outside in certain parts of the world, it's like the 5080 has a hard time, you know, loading and drawing while also capturing or something. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that part out. Yeah, it still looks stuttery on my other screen. It might be stuttery on YouTube as well. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's doing that. It looks beautiful to me. It's like I'm getting 60 frames a second. You can see hiding above that little block right there. I'm at a full 60 frames per second, but I don't know. Don't know. I'm going to queue for a dungeon here shortly. I'm going to make my way west. I'm going to kill some Nagas. Who dat Naga? Naga. Who that ninja? Who that Naga? I have to be careful not to like let my words slip a little bit and say something really naughty, because it's a fun joke to make. Because Naga sounds like something else, but it's extremely inappropriate to say it. So you don't want to like make a slip of the tongue and accidentally say something you don't really mean to say. So I just won't even make that joke. I'll make it off stream just because it's hilarious. There we go. Now I will queue for a dungeon. Now I have my little escape valve in place. It's on my oh shit button, which is keypad 0. I reach over with my thumb and slam it if I need to die. Or if I need to fake out a death, or if I have some other way of evading to getting out of things. I'll also put like Frost Nova there if I'm on a mage. Or Shadow Meld if I'm on a druid. Like a Night Elf druid. Now if I roll on a Night Elf hunter, which I'm not, I would normally roll a Night Elf hunter, but I went with all human hunters on Mists or on Kata because I could. Because they have better, they gain reputation much better than druids do, or than Night Elves do. Night Elves do have the Shadow Meld, so I do miss that up until level 32 when I can feign. So that is one oversight. Okay, that guy was, Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the music down here is different from the normal Stranglethorn music. This is actually music from the Skullazar Basin, which is in Northrend. So when they revamped these zones for Cataclysm, they sort of re-architected how the music is as well in some places. So they borrowed the Northrend music, which had been out, for a couple years, and they put it down here as well, which for some reason I don't like the Skullazar Basin music in Skullazar, but it feels better here for some reason. I don't know why. It just, maybe because I don't like Skullazar Basin much at all. Because of just negative negative feelings when I was having to farm for rep between those two factions back in the day. I just got used to hating the music. Alright, now we'll see. This is off. I need to put that on so that my pet, it's auto cast so that my pet sort of stays away from enemies, or enemies don't attack. Okay. So we have a jump moment here. We're gonna have to dismiss my pet. Yep. He's gonna be jumping down, so dismiss the pet. Fortunately, I'm not Beastmaster, so it's less of a burden. Now that the pet's gone, I can jump down without my pet pathing all the way around and drawing a bunch of enemies. So recall the pet. Now remember, if I ding in here, if I ding 33, you're going to see my pet all of a sudden start taking damage as he grabs enemies. It's really annoying. Yeah, this is sort of a cluster something of arrangement of mobs because they're not in a big pile. If they're in a big pile, I can use multi-shot to do better DPS. But see, I can hit that guy right away. I don't have to wait for my pet to go over there. Which I don't have kill shot yet. Oh, nice. Okay, so he's pulling everything here. Nice. I really don't like the how resource starved, how focus starved I am in this version of the game. It's really annoying. You basically have to steady shot between everything. It's really bad. Really, really bad. I'm glad they fixed it later on. Because it just doesn't feel good at all. He was looking for that mob. Gizlock. Now, Tinker will fear people, so we'll see if he fears us. Let me actually sting him. There we go. Notice my pet's taking no damage. Because he's basically, or whatever damage he's taking is being healed, sort of self-healed. Because he's not grabbing any aggro from anything. Okay, I already have a bow that scales, so I don't need that. At 38, I think I get explosive trap, which is nice to come in and drop on things. Looks like the healer's keeping up and the tank seems to know what he's doing. So I'm probably not going to need to feign death to get out of combat. Man, I missed. I don't know what kind of DPS I'm doing compared to other people because I don't care. All I care is that I'm having fun and we're getting the things down in time. Beyond that, it doesn't really matter for leveling dungeons. Oh, nice. That was a bad opener. Should have opened with, should have opened with multi-shot. So the way I do multi-shot is I hit tab to go from enemy to enemy, so I don't focus on one enemy too much because I don't want to build too much threat. So I'll do multi-shot then tab, steady shot then tab, multi-shot then tab, steady shot then tab. So I just keep switching around between different enemies. Wait till they go over there. So you'll see this change. Okay, I just hit Honored with Iron Forge. Excellent. Yeah, the hunter is really focus starved in this version of the game, at least at this level. Maybe there's some set bonuses or something later on that assist with it, but I don't remember. I don't have flare, so I can't really reveal anything here, but there should be 5 enemies. Yep, there they all are. Oh, come on. Focus on the boss. Use splash damage to get the others. You guys are breaking up the pile. Don't do that. It's annoying. Makes the tank's life worse. Just focus on the boss and use spill damage or splash damage for the others. Alright. Okay, I just hit 33, so what'll happen is see my wolf is see that? It just cast. See, it's casting it. I didn't turn that on. It's not even showing as auto cast. So that's a bug. It's so annoying. So I have to turn it on, turn it back off. Right, I'm gonna go out of here. I'm not gonna continue the dungeon because that's it. That's the dungeon. You can keep going, but I'm not gonna bother. It's not worth it to me. Let's see, we get anything good? Nope. Shoulders. I already have shoulders. Got the neck piece. Okay. Now I need to turn this off and this back on. It's so annoying that that bug exists in the dungeons when you level up. They really should fix that. Okay, so these guys are done. I need to find, what, 2 more Naga icons. I should just not say that word because I want to make a joke and it's really bad. Just to like be ornery. Because I love politically incorrect humor. But that one's a little bit sensitive, and some people would be like, "You're disgusting. I can't believe you would make that joke." I didn't say anything bad. No, but you're implying it. Yeah, but it's a joke.
Work complete.
Go away. I'm done with you guys. Go away, Naga. Reminds me of I forget what it was. It was like a Celebrity Jeopardy. It was like a joke, a version of, or no, Wheel of Fortune. That's it. And the hint was N blank GGER, right? So the clue was someone who's annoying, right? So it's like, you know, someone was like guessing totally inappropriately, and the answer was nagger, right? Someone who nags. Just so inappropriately funny. I love inappropriate humor. The more inappropriate, the better. I think I have plenty of gorilla fangs now that I can use to summon the gorilla. The stream of gorillas that appear over here. Alright, so we're going to queue for a dungeon again, see if we can get back in a dungeon. Because we're also farming for reputation in a dungeon. Because eventually I want to add all the different 16-slot bags down here from the different factions, because they're really cheap, right? So I have the Stormwind one here. They're only like, they're less, they start at like 2 gold, and they go down based on reputation. So by the time you're revered, they're only like 1 gold, 60 copper, or 60 silver or something. Really, really cheap. Okay, so we did that. I'm using Questy, by the way, for automatic questing. Like, it turns in the quests and picks up new quests automatically. Just streamlines everything. I should probably vend all this crap to make room. Let me do that real quick. I do have a vendor mount. I'm do this, and I'll vend all this crap. One more. Good gorilla to tame, by the way, if you want a gorilla. It's like the one Uka or Ucha or whatever his name is down in Ungoro Crater in the caves that I used to tame when I would hit 55 or 56 on my hunters up until Kata. Okay, so I've done. I need one more mist veil giblet. There we go.
Work complete.
So I've done all these quests, Now we're going to turn in over here. Then we're going to run up north and kill some undead enemies. Then we're going to run down to Booty Bay. I sort of have a very much a path that I follow here. I'm going to keep doing this until I hit 40 or higher. I'm not going to try to go higher than 40, but sometimes I get into a dungeon at like level 39 and 3/4 or whatever, and it's a really long, involved dungeon that has a lot of XP in it, and so I end up at like just dinging 41 by the time it's done, which I've done on a couple characters so far. Like if I look at my Altaholic, you can see that some of these characters are 41 already, like Edwardin, Yandos, Quandar, Talberton. It's because of dungeons. Right, just massive influx of XP from dungeons. Okay, so 34. We don't really get anything interesting at 34. Okay, I just hit Exalted with my own private guild. So now we're gonna go up here. At 35, we actually do get some things. We get Kill Shot and Tranquilizing Shot. So I already have this here. Tranquilizing Shot will go on T for tranquilizing. I know I'm flooding the airwaves with a lot of information here, but that's just, you know, that's just how I think. I'm sort of ADHD. Here, let's turn that on. I don't know why that's not on. When it comes to, like, processing all this information. Fortunately, these guys move very slowly. But they do try to heal themselves by jumping and eating their friends' bodies. So when they do that, I just hit them with an arcane shot, and that just finishes them off. They die fairly quickly.
Complete.
Oh wow, that was fast. I wasn't expecting you to. Last time I think I had to on my paladin, my protection paladin, I had to kill like 20 of these things to get 5 of those Zanzil tinctures or whatever they are. Okay, so there's a bug with this. To dismiss my pet first, otherwise he'll follow me all the way over there and die. I'll show you what I mean. So I put the incense here. I'm gonna fly up and over. So my pet would be following me, right? He'd be like, roo, 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 roo. He'd be like down there, just running as fast as he can to keep up with my flight path, right? Or where I am in the world. So I'm going this way, and he'd be down there, just happy as a clam. But then he gets over here, and he starts being seen by these enemies, especially the one that's right underneath this spot right over here, where I'm gonna land. Right here. So my pet would be like right here, and this enemy would go roar, roar, and come over and start hitting my pet, and then my pet would die, and it's annoying. So that's another bug. Lots of bugs in the game. You just have to figure out how to work around them. Let's see, my sister sent me something. We'll watch after my stream.
Work complete.
Okay.
Work complete.
Okay, now we're gonna get sent back over to where I started when I was flying. Resummon my pet. Run back to camp. Turn this in, then I'm gonna actually fly down to Booty Bay. Pick up another quest there after I turn those in. And then I'm gonna head up this coastline and do some things on the coastline. Because I've sort of lined everything up to sort of be an optimal path. Or as optimal as I could figure it out over doing this 20 times. You might think, God, isn't that boring doing it 20 times? Sort of not. Sort of yes, sort of no. It's, hard to explain. It's fun to figure out the most optimal way of doing it. So that part's fun. Doing it efficiently is also really fun. Like, I'm doing this really efficiently. I'm going to go there, but after I go down here.
You got my attention.
We're going to go south first. Because remember, we're going to go turn these in, get follow-ups, and then I'm going to go through the tunnel and then back up the coastline. Get this quest, do a quest that's going to be given to me for some enemies here, and then do those. And then I'll turn in and fly back to Booty Bay. And then I'll mostly be centered, like headquartered at Booty Bay at that point. No longer at the outpost that's right here, the dig site. I'll mostly be done with the dig site. Okay, now this is classic Stranglethorn Vale music. Okay, so let's jump down. Whee! Turn this in. Not him yet. We have this guy. We have the gnome in here, right?
Can I help you?
Yep. Like, I'm not even looking at the quests anymore. I don't care what the quests say. I just know Objective A, Objective B, Objective C, get there quickly. You have Quest C do the turn-ins, the handouts, the whatever. I'm going to buy 2 things, right? Oh, no, that's later. Yeah. Let's turn this in. Make sure I have low-level quests turned on just in case. That way I don't miss anything. I've been missing a quest here and there because I was leveling too quickly. Okay, there we go. That's where I kill those guys. So I'm going to go this, this, and then this. Turn that back off. I'll stay headquartered down here until the quests to kill all the pirates over and over and over. Like, go kill 50 pirates. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Also, there's the Pilgrim's Bounty event, which is fun because it's a really easy way to get your cooking up to 300 or even higher. Like, for real cheap, for like less than a gold. You can get your cooking all the way up, and there's quests, and you run around the world and do things. It's nice if you're a mage, or if you have a way to port around the world. If you know a mage, or if you have your hearth set in Pandaria, where you have all the portals at your disposal. But I don't, and I'm not, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm mostly going to get my cooking to 295 on all these characters, which their cooking skill is all around, what, 250 now? 245, yeah. I just want to get to 295, and then the next Dark Moon Feral, they'll hit 300. There we go. Now a tranquilizing shot and kill shot. Oh. Let's do this real quick. Sorry. I always fish these little pools, these little trash pools, because I can get the fishing book and get some nice materials like silk cloth, mage weave cloth. You need to land in the thing. And in the thing, please. Thank you. I like turning my camera around so it's bigger. One trunk. That's not close enough. There we go. Nope. Come on, get in the middle. There we go. One of these, if I catch like 3 iron trunks, one of them should have the book in it. Not that I really need it, but it's just nice to have. And once my fishing gets to 125, then I can train up to the next level. Nope. Let's see if this one has it. Nope. But bolt of silk cloth, it's very valuable, by the way. See how much, just from fishing for a few minutes, 18 gold worth of silk cloth. Or bolts of silk cloth. It's crazy. But that's typical when you're, you know, beyond Northrend, when you get to Kata, when you get to Miss. The farther you go with the expansions, the cheaper, or the more expensive everything gets. Because people are much more powerful and they can farm much more efficiently. There's one. Let's track, now that I'm a hunter, humanoids and undead. Beast, humanoids, and undead. We're basically shooting for a guy who's over here. There he is. I'll kill the gorillas if I need to, but I want to avoid it for the moment. I'll kill this one. This guy, hello. That was annoying. Okay, so I got his little medallion or whatever. Now we'll go down here. Kill the clubfoot. They made these much easier to do, of course, in Cataclysm. Okay, now I'm looking for witch doctors, which drop the recipe / whatever it is, the item that drops. Zanzil, whatever. Like a scroll or something. So, witch doctor, there we go. Nope. Let's see, any others? Yeah, there we go. We're going to finish this quest at the portal here. I'm not going to go through the portal just yet. I want to find this mixture first, if I can. Thanks. Thanks a lot, guy. This is where I flew to earlier, to sort of scope it out. Looking for witch doctors. If I can't find one within a reasonable amount of time, then I'll just move on. Witch doctors, okay. Let me turn off the other stuff. No beasts, no humanoids, just undead. Come on. Give me the Zanzil formulation. There it is. Okay, now we can go through the portal. Now, if I get a dungeon while I'm doing this, I might just cancel it. Cancel the dungeon. So we're going to go through here. There's a real trick to this. You can basically ignore all the ads if you want. So we're just going to go straight ahead. I've tested this many times. It's surprisingly easy. See him? Ignore him. Just gonna kill this high priestess thing. We're gonna completely ignore him. We don't care about him at all. Just take the priestess down in health. Take as long as you need to. And that's it. Now we're gonna complete this. We're gonna another portal. Go through this portal. We're gonna get another quest. Just gonna right up to the very top of this little altar here. Ignore everything else that might be going on. Target the high priestess again. Ignore everything else. Start killing the priestess. And you know what? Nothing else matters at this point. She can be healed, she can be whatever, doesn't matter. You can take as long as you need to do this damage. Doesn't make any difference. We can ignore everything else because it will auto-complete. After a certain amount of time, it will automatically finish this event for you. I'm just going to keep shooting at this one. I'm going to ignore all these healers. Doesn't matter. This guy's down here. Finish! Blah, blah, blah. See that? It just automatically finished. And we're looking for a ladder to come down. There it is. I can bring my pet back now. And for the ladder to drop. You can basically ignore everything else and just keep killing that one high priestess. Alright, now we're done here. Boop, boop, boop.
You have a great day now.
We're done with that.
Don't be shy.
We're gonna get some nice agility boots. Sadly, not mail, but we can't use mail yet anyway. Okay, now we're done with this encampment completely. Now we're gonna go south to Booty Bay, and we'll finish up down there. Let's see, I'm 35. I'm lower than I should be at this point. Normally I'm about 37, but I'm a DPS, and so it's harder to get into dungeons, but we'll see where this lands me when I'm done with the quest that I like doing before I go up to Anderhall. I might be only 38. Maybe even 37. That would be embarrassing. I don't think I've been as low as 37 when I was done doing what I wanted to do down here. The other objective is to get 250 Grizzly trophies for the Dark Moon Fair. If I can get those along the way, that would be nice. Okay, so the way I'll get to Anderhall is this guy right here. Not going to take the portal just yet, so I'm not going to take the portal. But I will be coming back to him and saying, make me a portal.
You need something?
Alright, take those bracers. They're hit bracers, right? Yep. Gonna take this quest down here.
What's up? Work complete.
Turn this in down here. We're gonna be buying a couple items at a couple vendors. Fortunately, there was a Horde Pandarian farming for his. I don't use that spell ever. Never have. Okay, now we're gonna buy two things. He was killing NPCs to try to get his insane title, and it was really harshing everyone's buzz, so I told everyone, just report him, because he's griefing, in a way, because he kept killing the quest givers that I was just talking to. Very annoying. It's like, fine, do your thing, but at least move around sometimes. Like, don't focus in just one spot, because, you know, you're just killing the quest givers. Oh, no, here. Oops. Here.
Hey!
Okay, now we finish that quest. So we have a quest to do something with Bloodsail Buccaneers, but that's about all we're going to do. We're not going to do the kill X number of Bloodsail Buccaneers and do X this and X this, and it's like, I get tired of the zone by the time I get to that point, so I just move on to Enderhall. This, blah, yes, thank you. Now we're going to go up to here, and then we're going to go down to there. And now my Dark Moon Fair buff is almost gone, so now it doesn't matter if I die. Or it doesn't matter as much. I'd rather not die, but I'm not going to lose anything really useful in the process. I'm not going to bother with the spirit buff from the event. Just sort of like a goofy 10% reputation buff. It's like, eh. Okay, there's an item that gives a quest, but he drops, so I'll grab that.
Work complete. Work complete.
And now I have 2 quests from that to turn in. And then I'll go do that, then I'll go back to Booty Bay. Again, I've done this like 20 times. So I was, for the first 10 or so times, I was sort of like figuring my way around, thinking, what do I like to do? What's really efficient to do? What's annoying to avoid? And after a while, I just sort of settled on a certain specific path that I am just doing now. That was my sister sending me something. What did she send? Watch my own stream. She's like, you have 4 people watching you. I assume one of them is yourself. I'm like, no, I don't really watch my own stream as I'm streaming it. Okay, it looks smooth now on the screen, on the capture thing over in OBS. So we're going to summon Neg. He's going to appear out here. I smell food. We're going to kill him down. He doesn't drop any loot, so there's no reason to go out to loot him. Now, I could grab one of these bottles, and I might come back and do that to go to the island, but I've avoided doing that because I don't like swimming all the way out there, which is a really weird bugaboo that I have, is I don't like swimming long distances. If I had a water pot or a walk on water, I might go do that, but it would require me going and getting 2 walk on water pots to go out there and then back, and I'm just like, I don't feel like it. Now, if I were on a shaman or on a death knight, you know, they have walk on water spells, so you could just do that. I even have the glyph on my shaman where when she pops into Ghost Wolf, it automatically casts, you know, walk on water, whatever the spell name is. Water walk. We're going to go back in here. I'm going to turn these in. Actually, I'm going to run out here, turn this one in, then I'm going to swim out to the island there. Let's see, 36.
What can I do for you?
It's funny, when I get on the boat and I jump right off the end of the boat, I can imagine people are thinking, dude, stop. Oh, you just went right off the end of the boat. I'm like, nope, I meant to do that. I just don't like swimming. It's annoying. This is so much more fun when you can just ride a mount on the water. Yeah, my pet's getting confused again. You see this? I can't dismiss my pet because there's like a bug here with pet pathing. It's like they just get stuck there. It's so annoying. No path available for your pet. See, he's just stuck there. He'll figure himself out here in a moment. Here, I'll just go do this. In the meantime, there we go. I'll go do this, then I'll come back and kill Mokrash. Okay, now I need to make sure that he has this on and that's off. Good.
Well,
1, 2, 3. This dungeon is good for XP. This is one of the really good ones for XP. The other one is the Dire Maul Eastern Wing, which is really long and involved and has tons of enemies. It's quite nice. Here we have a bear tank, so he has his swipe, his thrash. So generally decent AoE threat as long as he can get some rage. The ones that are really good at this level are monks with their barrel toss, like insane amounts of threat generation, AoE threat generation. Paladin is also equally good, but only once they have their consecrate, which isn't until like 34, which is a problem. Until then, it's really painful as a paladin tank. Trying to struggle to maintain threat because everything's on cooldown most of the time, like shield toss and shield of the righteous or whatever it's called, the AoE shield spell that you cast that looks like a little cookie cutter thing. I forget what it looks like. weird that you're putting a bubble on me. I'm not even taking damage. Hey, fine. Maybe you just like throwing bubbles on things. Discipline priest. I'm not gonna harsh your buzz. You can put a shield on me if you want. Or maybe this is not, maybe that's the, shit, what's the, Aegis? There it is. Aegis. That's just an automatic thing. Any loot? No. I like loot. I like looting things. For me, part of the reason to do dungeons is you get better cloth drops and better gold. Maybe some nice gems here and there. So for me, it always pays to loot everything in a dungeon. Like right there, see that? 4 silk cloth. That's 12 gold right there on a good day. Well, maybe 9 gold. Yeah, 9 to 12 gold, depending on who's leveling up their tailoring and how much they're willing to buy. I've seen it go as high as 3 gold. Oh, someone's having a hard time healing this tank. Yeah, I remember your story. My sister just texted me, when we first started Vanilla WoW, I was on my Pagle, Holy Spect, and we all assumed I was tank because I wore plate. Wolf on Bickens, the mage, pulled aggro off me constantly. Yeah, it's, Consecrate, the Vanilla WoW was just a clusterfuck, honestly, when it came to how things worked. Blizz had not figured anything out. To me, I make the joke is, Vanilla was when Blizzard was like, we don't know, you guys figure it out. You know, we'll watch what you guys do and then we'll adapt, you know. BC was when they Blizz was saying, okay, we think we figured a couple of these things out. Like, we think paladins are going to be tanks, and we think this is going to be, we think we figured out how to make bears good tanks. But other than that, you know, you guys still keep working on this, we'll fix what we can. And then when Wrath came out, Blizz was like, okay, we got this. We think everything's going to be fun now. Everybody can do everything, and you guys are going to have a blast. And it was. They did figure a lot out. They did solve so many class-based not balance so much, but like playability. Like, things were fun to play in Wrath. Really fun to play. Everyone had fun playing things. Almost every class and every spec was viable for something in a raid or a dungeon. It was a blast. Gonna pull these guys? I am. And I'm gonna drop them at your feet. Feign death. All yours. Hopefully the healer catches up, because we're about to all die. Come on, healer. I know that was a little bit naughty of me, but I was afraid the tank wouldn't pull them. And he really should have pulled them. He probably doesn't see them because he doesn't have nameplates on, which is a faux pas, in my opinion. You should always play with nameplates, which is these big green bars. Anyone who doesn't is missing out on all sorts of enemies. Like, see this? Where's the enemies? I guess I see red there, but now they're very visible. Just the V key makes everything so much nicer. Okay, he wants to pull these first. We're going to pull everything. Again, feign. That was dumb. Did he do that? Did he actually do one of these on his own? That was interesting. Is the bear gonna yell at me? Stop doing that. The priest really should figure out how to do this right. To me, that's the one real hitch in doing dungeons is if the healer's bad, it's going to be a bad run. You can have a bad tank and a good healer, and it'll be like, you won't even notice the tank is bad. Because the healer's so damn good that they just cover all the mistakes. That's what I do when I heal, is I'm really good at healing. And I can cover for a really mediocre or even a bad tank. Someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Like that priest. Why was he, or that hunter, why was he over there? Why did he grab that enemy? Was that couldn't have been on purpose. Gonna dot up the boss. People just don't realize they should be playing with nameplates. Makes things so much better. Okay, he chose that one. He chose intimidation. This. We're gonna just greet it. This. I'm gonna need it. And I'll put it on. Boop. The green arrow tells me that it's an upgrade. Or a potential upgrade. We have an elemental shaman doing his chain lightning. It's really good DPS. I don't mind taking out the totems. When I'm on my Resto Druid, I'm always taking out totems with Moonfire. Because it's like, I usually have so much overhealing that I don't have to worry about anything, so I'm just like keeping everybody alive really, really effectively, because Resto Druids, okay, that's annoying, don't do that. That's really annoying. That really fucks with the tank's threat, dude. You're gonna do that glyph to where it doesn't knock things away. Don't fall down. If you do fall down, just teleport out and back in, and it'll put you back at the beginning. Okay. We're not gonna pull those guys? Really? Alright, I won't pull them. I'll be nice this time. I'm just so used to every tank just grabbing everything in that group. Where am I? 36, almost 37. So I'm a long way away from getting my explosive trap, sadly. Nothing over there, guys. It's all this way. Second track. Tends to be very cluttered, though. Now, if you're a healer, you don't want to be near these bats. You want to be off and away because they will silence people. I had a problem with that when I was tanking in here on my paladin. The healer literally just let me die because he kept being silenced. I'm like, you need to move away. He's like, it was chain silences. I'm like, yeah, you're too close. He's like, fuck you. I'm like, you just need to learn where to stand when you're doing this. They like to silence healers. Don't be near them.
Work complete.
Now we're going to kill the big piggy. Oh, we have Spanish people. That can lead to all sorts of issues with language barriers. Do this, tank, do this. No, don't do that. DPS, you need to blah, 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 blah. I'm like, don't go that way. We missed a boss. And it's like, the tank's not even paying attention, or he doesn't understand. Because he's like, that is an upgrade for later. When I turn 40 and all my gear goes to mail. See, I can't kill shot while steady shot's going. It's so annoying. Okay, now my pet is going to suddenly take all this damage. Because, as I explained before, there's like a secret little hidden feature where the pet is going to start growling again, even though it doesn't show as being auto-cast. So there's no little marching ants going around it. But watch what happens when I send my pet in. Watch that spell. See? It just cast. And now he has threat. I have to turn that off, on, and then back off. And now he won't cast that anymore. Now he won't be getting threat again. It's really annoying. Something they need to really fix. Okay, now it's doing it again. Now turn it off. I thought I turned it off. After I turned it on. There we go. See, now it's not casting anymore. When I was tanking on my paladin earlier today, I basically pulled all these bats and I pulled them up to here. And so the healer basically just let me die right about here on my paladin because the bats were silencing him, and like, you're too close, dude. You need to move away. Okay, now we're going to talk to the big piggy. Turn that in, get the follow-up. Boop, boop. Questy does it all for me, thankfully. I'm not going to do the escort, which is something I started to not do lately. Used to be really adamant about, let's do the escort, let's do the escort. I'm like, it just takes too much time. It starts down below this building.
Troublesome whelps! I'll teach you to interfere!
I will.
You outsiders will pay for encroaching.
Oh, good. Thanks. Thanks, Del. Thanks for confirming the sound levels. Okay, let's take off that heal that he's doing.
Our new allies will avenge us.
With tranquility shot, or tranquil shot. Okay, come up here. Boot the boss. Nothing good.
Work complete.
Don't need any weapons. Turn this in. Doop, doop, doop. Get the ring. Teleport out. Then teleport back in. Turn in the quest at the beginning.
Hail.
Bloop, 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 bloop. All done. Now I can leave and kill that guy down at the base of Stranglethorn. Make sure his cower is off. This is back on.
complete.
He does drop loot. Now I have to swim. See, I'm 37, so I'll hit 38 by the time I'm done with these quests, probably. So let's go ahead and queue up for another dungeon. We need to pad out our XP a little bit with dungeoneering. Garbage shoulders. Because I already have XP shoulders. Scale. Yeah, my XP pieces are helmet, shoulders, back, or cloak, chest, and legs. And then I also have the bow and these trinkets. They don't give XP, but they're just nice, right? They scale, as you level up, at least all the way up to 85, and they become inert. I mean, they still retain all their, armor and stats. They just lose their XP bonus, which is one of the main reasons to use them. I have to swim up this ramp right there. Let's turn this off. Do that. Do not do that yet. Or turn these in. Cape of Stranglethorn. Leave that on. There we go. Let's turn this in. Let's go turn this in. Yeah, they're still called heirlooms. And in this version of the game, they still give XP. But in the modern version of retail, they don't give XP anymore. They do other things that are still useful, but not as, overpowered in a sense. Okay, so we're in this one. Excellent. So I'm going to dismiss my pet because we're going to jump. You never want to jump with a pet because it'll do bad things. He'll path all along the west edge here. He'll go way over here and pull all these enemies. So, bad hunters and warlocks and mages forget to dismiss their pets or abandon them or whatever it is that you do to keep them not following you, not trying to catch up with you. Okay, so this goes on. That we're going to make sure is off. Okay, we have a warrior. You can tell by the charge. Means he's going to be stompy. Nope, not that way, guys. This way. You'll figure it out. Down there. Follow my ping. I've done this about 1,000 times. So we go this way. There we go. Do your stomp. There we go. Once he stomps, you're usually pretty good. Now, hopefully he sticks around for when the Guardian turns into a bunch of little things. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they move on. They're like, okay, this guy's dead. But then you get like a ton of little ones spawning all of a sudden, and then the healer gets swarmed, and it's annoying. See? That spawns little guys. Oh, here we go. Here's ads. Someone didn't dismiss their pet. It wasn't me. Do we have a warlock? That's what happens when someone doesn't dismiss a pet. We're gonna get this person back. We may not have a res. But honestly, Flemish should have run immediately for the tank. Yeah, tank, stop pulling. Let me see, what do we have here? We have a monk, a warrior, priest, and then whatever that person is. So I don't know how those things pulled because it wasn't my pet. I don't know, those mobs should not have followed us unless we had a pet pathing down. Which is why I always dismiss my pet before jumping, but maybe that was Phlegma. Yeah, I think it was whoever Phlegma is, it was probably... Let's see, who Phlegma? Yeah, different server. Doesn't really tell me who they are, what class they are, sadly. My guess is it was a warlock, and they forgot to dismiss their pet, because they have a mana bar. Yeah, it was a warlock because this monk has a soul stone on them, so that was a warlock that died. They left their pet out, and their pet pathed down, and then since that put them highest on the aggro table. So oh, someone just fell. Silly people. So that put them highest on the threat table. So that's what was targeted first. So they got zonked. Which is why they died before anyone else. Come on, guys. Here, let's kick them. Go to kick, AFK. We don't need them getting credit. Oh, come on, guys.
Work complete.
Work complete.
Yay, I did my Dark Moon Fair thing. Now we have to kill beautiful, beautiful princess. The most beautiful boss in the whole game. Sting both elites. Swap to doing AoE. Excellent. He zoinked that one first, so we'll target that one first. But we'll sting both of them. That way we have a ticking dot on both of them. Then we have the beautiful princess to kill. Keep my distance, that way I can keep hitting that, even though I'm, you know, even though they get feared or stunned or whatever. There we go. Whee! Nothing really an upgrade here, sadly. But we'll go with the one that has a little gold coin on it, because that's Pawn's way of saying, this is... Oh, nice, look at that. Used to be really good. Now it's garbage. Alright. Now we could also go do the crocodile, but I don't care. Alright. GG. Leave instance group. Where does it land me? Am I 39 yet? Almost. Alright, well, let's go turn these in. I'm gonna have to do another dungeon. Maybe we'll get the eastern wing of Darmal. That's always a fun one. Many people don't know where to go or how to do it, and I'm like, this way, this way, this way. Let's go this way. I mark the imp. I say, follow the imp. Then ultimately they inevitably turn the wrong way, and I'm like, no, 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 come back, follow the imp, follow the imp. He went that way. They're like, okay.
Friend.
Adventure awaits.
Okay, so we're done there. Not gonna do any more quests here because they're annoying. I will go to Anderhall,
Well met. Go with honor, friend.
which will give me the portal up north, or the flight path up north. I don't have to like travel there, you know, deliberately.
You need something.
Grab these quests.
Can I help you?
We're up here in Western Plaguelands now. Nice free port to go up. Now you can keep that portal if you want to. Supposedly, some people use that portal to do their archaeology before they get flight. So like they'll do archaeology down here, then they'll use that free portal up to here. Like they won't turn in that quest, they'll just keep it. But I don't really care about that. Okay, so we're gonna put, let's loot this. Let's put the quest item here. Sell a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's right, I can't because this area is, tell you what, let's just do this. Let's fly down to Chowind
How are
real
you?
quick.
Safe travel.
Then I can vend all this crap and mail it out. Because it does pile up. Okay, so this is an upgrade. That's my best. I should have kept that other one. Okay, so best, second best, excellent. If you've never used it, Pawn is really, really nice. Just it knows generally what is a good stat for your character, for your class, and it'll just, you know, it'll show you this is a X% upgrade, this is a what percent upgrade. You know, it just knows it all. It does all the calculations, and it's not perfect. Like you could probably optimize it, and if you know, if you're smarter than the add-on, you can be like, well, I know this and this and this, so I'm not going to follow your advice on that ring because I know this and you don't. But if you're just leveling up, it's so much easier just to do that, you know, just to let Pawn make the decisions for you. It gets tricky when you have multiple specs. Here, let's send these to Jasperton, which is my contact point for the posse of leveling characters. Let's see, this is going to be held on to. That's going to go to no one. Brickens, who will disenchant it and sell the materials. This will go to my auction character. That gets sold. That I'll learn later. That I'll sell. Those I don't need anymore. Okay, now I have room again in my bags for things. We are queued. Let's go up here. Let's go back to Anderhall. we'll continue doing this quest line. There's a really easy quest I can do to turn in and hopefully hit 39, which is it uses this thing, this little grenade. It's really easy to do. Blah. Telemarketing. No thanks. Go away. At least they're nice and says their contact is telemarketing. I can just hang up right away. Okay, so I have this on shift of my center mouse button, right? Which so I can just like, you know, hold the shift key, click center mouse button. Now I can place this anywhere, right? So I'm going to go up here. You want to avoid enemies that don't have someone in green fighting them. So like that guy's safe. That guy's safe. That guy's sort of roaming. So, okay, now he's fighting something. So we're just going to go over here. We're going to just start dropping these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to hit that thing in the middle. So now we're good. So now I can mount up. See, these guys are all fighting someone. Yes, you're still flying if you leave the dungeon, if you're flying when you queue. Now, the interesting thing is, since my pet is gone when I'm flying, I actually have to summon him when I get in the dungeon, because he'll be gone if I'm on a flight path.
Hey, you have a great day.
There we go. I'm 39. Excellent. See, I don't think I get anything at 39, right? Oh, I get 2-shot aura. That's right. So let's heal the pet. Let's swap this over to... Let's turn off Cower, turn on Growl. Oh, I can just start killing these guys. The easiest ones and best ones to do are the ones that are already fighting someone. And that's sort of how you can make your way through here without being clobbered left and right, is just to stick to the areas where there's a friendly fighting something, and you won't be swarmed. We're gonna make our way over here. We have to kill 15 of these guys. We turn this off. Turn that off. We want to avoid a Raj the Summoner. We do want to kill this thing. He'll yoink me over. Oop. We want to kill 6 of these. Again, it's easiest to pick off the ones that are fighting somebody, specifically the green ones. Sometimes they're fighting one of their own, and those are annoying to kill because they don't give any credit or anything. They don't drop loot. They're like a little nuisance mob. I'll show you one when I see it. No, they did away with that late BC, basically when Northrend was on its way. They did away. My sister asked, "Is this still the point where you have to go tame other pets to learn their abilities?" And no, they did away with that, sadly, or fortunately. Okay, see this? The Death Guard. That guy gives no credit, doesn't do anything but annoy you. So unfortunately, I have to deal with the Death Guard here in a moment. See, there's no credit for him. He doesn't drop loot. He's just a nuisance. Okay, so we're going to go down here. Try to avoid the Death Guards when I can, because they're just annoying. I mean, they do give XP, so... Like that guy. He will give XP, so... They also buff themselves, like that. But I can get rid of that with Tranquil Shot. So 13. I will have to engage this guy. Yoink me, thank you. Alright, what else? Let's go back this way. It looks very scary and confusing, but mostly it's a very harmless area, because most enemies are fighting other things, whether it's allies or other enemies. Okay, so I got 6 of those, so I need what? 1 more of those. 1 more of these. Since I did the grenade already, I just go right over here and get his phylactery. Right? Raj's phylactery. If you don't kill him within a certain amount of time, he summons a bunch of ads, which is annoying. So we got his phylactery. Let's go ahead and loot his body. And we're going to turn this all back in. So you want to kill him quickly if you can. That's so annoying. When you run by some of those, they're like, whoosh, they do a splash and slow you down. Like that right there.
What? We are done here.
Male hands, nope, strength. Or plate. Okay, now we're going to go back in. We only have 2 objectives now. Again, we're going to try to stay off the road and just stay around these guys that are already fighting. Avoid that guy because he's not fighting anyone. I'm going to go into this building. Hello, Rattlegore.
Work complete.
Okay, so that's that one. We have one more target. If we can sort of weave our way around these enemies. It's down here. Let's avoid that big bloaty thing because he is... I'm going to send my pet first. That way he gets aggro. Normally I don't care on this character because... Or on these characters because things die so quickly. See, now he's in the shadow prison, not me. So it's a timed event. It'll time out in like 10 seconds. Where I'll get... these guys will kill him just outright. And then the quest will complete. Like that. There we go. Now we're going to go back to the west, sticking near enemies that are in combat with each other or with my guys. I was trying to get past him before he did the blast wave. All right.
Get on with it. Suffer well.
All right, so we didn't get 39. We get 48. I'm going to go ahead and drop the dungeon. Because the finale here is pretty easy. And to fly to Chillwind. This is actually a nice, very chill way to finish my way to 40. Which is appropriate because it's Chillwind. We're going to kill some bears. I've done this, yeah, about 20 times. In the past week.
Greetings. See you around.
I'll grab all these because I forget which ones. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Kill some bars. Pick up some feathers. Reminds me of a line from a cheesy teen romp movie from the 80s where he goes, "Tick ass with a feather?" And she's like, "Excuse me?" He says, "I said it's particularly nice weather." Up the Academy, that's the name of the movie. Very cheesy, kind of funny, sort of stupid. There we go. I'll just keep doing these because they're really easy and fun to do. I'll move this off because I never use that. There are certain spells I just never use, like Widow Venom. I never use it. Never have, never will. Just see no new reason for it. Collecting bear pelts or whatever they are. Bear meat. Police Academy. No, it's not Police Academy. It's Up the Academy. Look it up. It's a movie from the 80s. Up the Academy. Maybe it was a progenitor for Police Academy, but it's called Up the Academy. It's there's a scene where the guy that says "tick your ass with a feather," and then he comes back with when he's been caught saying something like that. He's like, "said it's particularly nice weather." He's like the weird smarmy headmaster of the school, of the academy, and he gets put in an awkward situation on purpose, caught like on video or on film or something, sort of playing patty cake almost with like the really cute hot girl that's in it. Like she's really hot too. Like she was well cast. I forget her name. It's one of those kinds of movies, you know, sort of lurid, sexy moments, not like outright nudity or anything, but like very implied, like Animal House kind of a thing.
Work complete.
It's in that vein. It's in the Animal House sort of genre kind of a thing. Yeah, up the academy. I may have seen that movie a few times when I was a teenager for reasons of titillation.
Work complete.
Which is what you do when you're a teen and you're, you know, chomping at the bit. This was 45 years ago.
You need something? What can I do for you?
Do I have mail yet?
Have a good one.
There we go. Okay, so I have Stormwind, Omergon, Ironforge, so I don't have to fly to Ironforge and grab a tabard, because I have one. So now I can go back to I can go back to Stormwind. I can train up my 40 Fast and Furious mount. So that was pretty fast, going from 31 to 40 in, how long was that? An hour, maybe? How long have I been going? CPUs. I'm looking at my little thing over here. You do the math. Let's see here. 306 divided... 306 divided by 60. Divided by 60... Whoops. 92 minutes. Okay. 92 minutes to go from 31 to 40. That's not bad.
Great to meet you.
Fast and Furious. Yay! Now we can move at 220% speed. This is an add-on, by the way, that does this. Very, very nice to have. It's called, what is it called? Movement speed. Just tuck it somewhere and it'll tell you how fast you're going at all times. Oh yeah, Magic Alex. Yep, I know all about Magic Alex. He kept John Lennon quite pleased with little tinkers, with little toys like the kinds Dad would make, like little buttons and knobs that would make sounds and do pretty colors and things. Okay, so sell that, sell that. This we're going to put on because I can now wear mail. Yes. So this goes to Jasperton. So basically, this goes to my rogue named Britch. Okay, so what I have is a private guild called Crafters Anonymous, and because it's all me basically. And this is my guild bank, all mine. So I have all these cloths waiting to be used to continue leveling up my tailoring for all the tailors, which I have. Like tons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, maybe 30, I don't know. Upwards of almost 30 tailors, almost as many alchemists, maybe even more alchemists, right? Because of Draenor. Because when you get to Draenor, then you can start making hexweave bags, and you can make a hexweave bag every other day if you're really, industrious about it, once you get it all going. So with 30 characters, I can make 30 hexweave bags every other day, or 15 a day, and that's when the money starts pouring in. That's even if they nerf the gold printing of the garrison tables. I can still make hexweave bags. Now, people might be onto that and they might do the same thing, but it's still fun to set up, even if it doesn't pan out later on. I still have fun just knowing that knowing how to set this up and do it all correctly. Okay, now here's the thing. I need to get his cooking to 295. So to do that, I need to go to Teldrassil. So to do that, I have to go to Darnassus. To do that, I have to take a boat. Or I could set my hearth to Pandaria, to the golden whatever it is, the main city there, and use the portals there. But I'll just use the boat, because I already just burned my hearth. Let's turn that off. See what do I have left. Go away. Turn this off. Turn this off. You have to choose these individually because it does like to stop around and click different ones. Okay, can I make the boat? Can I make the boat? Can I make the boat? Well, I'm there. I can also get the Darnassus and Gilneas tabards. Okay, this boat goes to Teldrassil. I'm almost done with the stream. I just wanted to show my path now that I've got it all figured out. Notice his name is the Doctor. Yes, that Doctor. Doctor Who? Exactly. Be funny if this hunter was named Tardis, like Huntardis, or Huntardis. That would be perfect. And the pet's name was the Doctor. Yeah, Huntardis. That would be perfect. Because, you know, the old Huntard moniker that most hunters live up to from time to time. I've not been on this continent yet on this character because he's a human. Love the music. Okay, so let's grab a tabard.
Feel free to browse.
Tabard.
Buy, trade.
Now we have our tabards all lined up. Now we're going to go over here to the event cooking tables. I'll grab that just in case. I'm getting it quickly because of Questy, because Questy has an auto panel where I can auto complete quests and auto accept quests. You know, all this stuff. All right, so now I'm going to level up my cooking to 295, which is where this recipe ends. Now I could use the last recipe, which is this slow roasted turkey, but you have to go capture turkeys for that. And I don't want to do that. You have to go kill wild turkeys. They die in one hit, but it is extra work, and I don't feel like doing that. Okay, so sweet potatoes, we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just get 75 of these. Of each of these. It's like the cheapest way to level up cooking is this event. Okay, so now we're just going to make sweet potatoes. What's nice about this is it's generally good food to have because it's just haste. So your combat will be faster and your cooldowns will cool down faster. The spells will be available faster. It basically makes the GCD come down faster. So everything just runs faster with more haste. It's not necessarily the best stat for every build, for every class, but it's just a good general purpose improvement in quality of life. and in, you know, improvement in healing, tanking, whatever. It's just a nice general stat to have when you're leveling. So that's the one I generally focus on, is haste. So the goal was 295. My sister texted, I remember one time I took eldest son's non-elf Lobi character all the way to Darnassus and trashed his Hearthstone and left his character naked there. Hashtag griefing. Yes, that's definitely griefing. I remember the first time I was on a night elf, and I was on a hunter named Briand, of course, my first Bree character, and I was like level 15 or 16 or something, and you guys were putting together a run through what the hell's the instance called down there? God, I can't remember. My brain is gone. Dead Mines. A Dead Mines run. And so you summoned me there, right? And I had a bird pet at the time, which I grew to hate, and I got rid of, and I'll never have a bird again. Fuck that. They're flap, 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 flap. I named him Flappy because he was flapping everywhere, and it got on my nerves. But anyway, got in there, and you were tanking on a bear druid. It wasn't yours. It was like your daughter's or something. And you were yelling at me because I was needing things, and I didn't understand how the greed need system worked. I saw a roll of the dice, and I thought, oh, I'll just take my chances. To me, the gold icon meant, I'm going to take that. It's mine. So apparently the game, it's the opposite direction, right? You learn that over time when people yell at you. But I was also sending my pet in, and I said, yeah, he's like a tank. And you're like, no, stop doing that. I'm the tank. I'm like, what? I had no idea how any of that worked. You never do when you first start out, right? Okay, so we're 295. And when the dungeon was over, you know, you summoned me there, and I was over here in Darkshore, right? And so I'm summoned all the way over to Eastern Kingdoms, to this meeting stone, right? So we're done, and I'm standing out there. I'm like, I had no idea where I was. I had no idea how anything connected to anything. I'd only been playing the game for like a week. So I'm like, how do I get back to where I was? And Lemelisk was like, run. I'm like, am I stuck here forever? They're like, yeah, you can never get back to where you were. Of course, they were fucking with me. But then I ultimately figured out, you know, how to get back, and now I'm sort of a pro at knowing exactly how to get places at what point in the game and all that stuff. So that was a fun little griefing moment that you guys put me under. Thanks. Thanks a lot, jerks. No, I'm not bitter about it at all. Let's see, let's look at my characters here. We have Briand, who's named for my very first hunter back in 2007. Yeah, she's crying, laughing here. Let's see, then Bricken's my paladin. I always make a paladin dwarf because my original Brickens was a paladin dwarf. Bridge, human death knight. Bridia, of course, the shaman. This is basically a farm bot. She's skinning, leatherworking. Just a supplementary character. Brytess, similar kind of a thing, just a supplementary hunter. Bricka, another supplementary character. Brill, who's named for the character I've probably played the most in retail. Brill, my druid. Brimage, who's my little mage. There's actually a video that someone took of this guy coming into a little group of 4 characters that were going to quest together, and the quest leader, the guild master of the original Pagle guild that I was in back in 2019, basically flaked out, and he's like, I can't do this. I'm like, dude, you have emotional issues or something. So this guy was like level 12 at the time, and he was like, yes, let's go do this. It was fun, adventure with other people. Nope. This was when Classic had first come out, you know, like 2 weeks after. See, Bryn, my priest. Rich, my rogue. Brizzy, my warlock. You'll notice the complete absence of a warrior because I don't like playing warrior. Just don't like it. Don't like it at all. I refuse to play a warrior ever again. Just don't like it. Feels all wrong. It's all backwards and all wrong and stupid, and I hate it. And now here's all the other characters that are part of my alt guild. Starts with Auctioneer, down to Bribby, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and the last one Z. So again, I'm trying to get all these characters from 30-ish to 40-ish, so they get their mounts, so they can start their next rest bonus cycle to get from 40 to 50, or maybe from 40 to 45. I might let them sit for a while, and I might go focus on the 85 plus characters to get them higher, closer to 90. But what I really should do is get my main, which is Brill, to 90 so that she can get flying and then buy flying for everybody else in Pandaria, because flying is annoying. Because they made a change a while back to where how can I explain this? A few expansions ago, they realized that players were scattering alts among different servers, and they made it so you could then mail things to different servers, right? I could mail something from one server to another server because I had characters on both servers, and then they rethought that whole thing and they said, you know what? We should simplify this. Instead of having a maximum number of characters per server, because it used to be, remember, you could only have 10 characters on a server. And then if you wanted more, you had to go to a different server and make more characters there, right? So you could have like your Horde server and then your Alliance server, and maybe you had another Horde server somewhere. Maybe it was an RP server that you wanted a different playstyle, or maybe a PvP server where you did PvP, right? Well, Blizz rethought that whole thing and it said, why don't we do this? Why don't we just give them a maximum number of slots and they can play any server they want, right? So like, let me exit this and I'll show you what it looks like on retail. If we go to retail, it's even more different. Like on Classic, they've adopted some of the newer ways of doing things for like account management and things. So that's why I can have so many characters on a Mists of Pandaria server, even though you couldn't back in the day. But if I look at this, we now have this interesting thing where I have these characters around a campfire, right? These are like my main characters over here. They're Horde characters. But I also have all my Alliance characters. So I could go here, and I could go, let's go Realms. Let's go to Moonrunner. So I don't have to do this to play that character, but it will change a few things. So now I can get right in. It's not going to like have this weird loading thing. I'm not quite sure how that all works, but like this is my main in retail, but I have all my characters available no matter what server they're on. So see, now I'm logging into the game server, right? Because it took a moment for it to log over because I had switched to Moonrunner. Now I'm going over to Thrall. But you can cut down, like if I'm going to focus on playing on a specific server, I could swap to that server first and then bounce between characters faster than having it switch to the server and then load the character in, right? So here's this character, right? This is Dornogal. This is the capital of the new expansion, War Within, right here, right? Isle of Dorn. Yeah. So now I'm going to log out. Now I'm going to swap to one of my original Brill. Actually, let's go to Brienne, the first character I ever actually played, who was at some point switched into a Worgen. Notice it's logging into the game server, right? It had to switch realms. Now it's logging into Moonrunner. They've just tried to streamline things and reduce friction for playing more than 10 characters, basically. And so the way that's ultimately landed is all your characters look like they're on one realm, and at least from the character selection screen, right? It doesn't matter anymore. And, you know, it's just reducing pain points, basically. And so they've taken some of this, like here's all my retail characters that still remain. I've deleted so many characters over time just to make room. Because you could still only have it's called a war band now, where you have everyone sort of like in the same general, you know, collection of characters. What's this? New game modes coming soon. Interesting. Okay. campsites. I could have this one, right? These guys are sort of like paired up to each other. I forget how this all works. There's something to do with the campfire. I don't know. I don't really participate in that aspect of it. I mostly dabble with retail for a very short amount of time, but then I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I want to go back to the way things used to be. Now, I could go and play Classic, because they still have that, right? There's the 20th anniversary realm. Here, I'll show you that real quick. Let's go back. Let's log out. Quit. So I can go over here and I could do Mists of Pandaria Classic, or I could go World of Warcraft Classic, and this is the Anniversary Realms, Hardcore Anniversary, Seasons of Discovery, which was, in my opinion, the best the game has ever been until they ruined it on the trek from 40 to 50. Here's Classic Era, which is just classic. It never changes. It is always classic, and it will always be classic. So if you never want to leave vanilla, create a character in Classic Era, and it will always be in vanilla forever. They're never going to update that to anything. Anniversary Realm is where you want to play if you actually do want to progress again from vanilla to Burning Crusade to Wrath of the Lich King. So if I play the Anniversary Realm, which they started last year, we're going to be in vanilla, but this version is going to get moved to Burning Crusade in the next few months. If you look at their game plan, right? So I do have a few characters here that I was just dabbling with, right? So here's Bright. Because it's fun to go play the old game. I don't know why. It just, there's a charm to it that the modern game lacks. It's smaller, right? This original game is so small. Like if you look at the map, this is it. This is all the game there is. Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms. You have, Teldrassil here. There's nothing out here. There's nothing here. This would eventually be Northrend, right? This would eventually be Khazalgar or whatever the place is. Yeah, ammo and feeding pets, but there's a charm to that. When you have to feed your pet, you feel closer to the pet. I don't know why. It just works that way. Like I can feed my pet fish, and I have a little macro, right? I have a feed pet macro that says cast feed pet, use Longjaw Mud Snapper. So I have a stack of Longjaw Mud Snapper, so I don't have to do much for it. I just hit this button, boom, and it feeds my pet. All taken care of. Yes, I do have ammo, but there's a charm to this. It's small. It's like compared to modern WoW, it's like baby WoW. It's so cute and charming and lovely in so many ways. And look at this. See this town is still here, right? Aberdeen is still Aberdeen. It's not all smashed up like it was in Cataclysm, right? Because they destroyed this town. But yeah, that's we can also change to different realms. There's a PvP realm. There's a hardcore realm where if you die forever, right? We can go to Classic Era, which is always just classic. We can go to the seasonal, seasonal. No, I don't want that. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Season of Discovery. Is that the seasonal realm? Does it pop you to seasonal? I forget. I did not see that. I've never played Guild Wars 1, so it doesn't do anything for my brain to know that they're doing that. I did play Guild Wars 2 for a few weeks, and it was okay. I did like the jumping puzzles. There were aspects of it that I really, really liked, but again, it was didn't really grab me beyond a few weeks. Okay, so this is Season of Discovery. This is not my original hunter that I played. This is a fake hunter that I just sort of leveled up on the side that I, didn't really do much with once he reached whatever level he's now. But he's a melee hunter. That's what you play in Season of Discovery, because you are insanely powerful as a melee. I don't want to actually play him. But you can notice I have Aspect of the Viper, Aspect Heart of the Lion, which is not in any other version of the game other than Season of Discovery. Just Season of Discovery was amazing. That's all I can say. Going from 1 to 40 was the most fun I've ever had in WoW, ever. And then they ruined it. They absolutely ruined it, and then now it's completely tanked. No one plays it anymore. It's unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to go back to Pandaria. Which I don't like Pandaria. Some people love it. I know you love it, Del. Or at least I think you loved it. I did not like Pandaria. I did not like it at all. There were so many things about it I hated. I hated the music. I hated the style. I hated the twicky-twacky music. I hated the zones. Didn't like them at all. I just had this mental block about mists. But fortunately, most of the game is not mists. It's mostly vanilla up through, up through Kata. So that's where I spend most of my time, is everything outside of Pandaria. I've got these 3 continents. I have all of Outland to play in. So I can do lots of things that don't have anything to do with Pandaria. And I sure as hell don't have a panda. And I sure as hell don't have a monk. Okay, go away. Yep, you loved it. I hated it. I hated it with a passion. I didn't realize I hated it until about a month in. And then I was like, I don't like this. I'm not having fun. I don't like the aesthetics. I don't like the music. It just doesn't do anything for me. It just breaks my brain. So, anyway, this is the next guy to go to 40. So, here, let's just go do this real quick.
Work complete.
We'll set him on his cooking path. Fortunately, this guy is a druid, so he has access to, where is it? Teleport Moonglade, which belongs there. So he can get to Darnassus really easily. I'll go do that real quick. So he can get his cooking to 295. It's already up to 245 like all the others, so this will be easy. And then he can teleport right back. I'm not going to level him on stream, or maybe I will for a little while. Just so you can see how I heal dungeons. Okay, I'm not going to do anything here. Yeah, I'm just going to... I don't want to do there. I don't want to do your quest, sorry. But I will go and go to Darnassus by way of Moonglade and grab the materials to get my haste up, because haste food is nice. I'd say, as far as all the various versions of the game, my favorite was Season of Discovery, up until level 40. It was the best version of WoW that I've ever played, bar none. It's leaps and bounds above everything else. Second to that would be Legion. Third would be Wrath of the Lich King, both the original and the classic version of Lich King, although I had more fun in the original. After that, I'd say probably
I am honored.
Draenor, only because of the mission table and the making millions of gold in all of my garrisons was really fun. Having a little place that you could call your own was nice. Now, they are adding housing to retail, and playing retail is actually really fun right now. It feels good. It plays really well. There are so many different things you can do that are fun, right? Like, you can have follower dungeons where it's just you and 4 NPCs that do all the hard work for you. Like, I can literally go in there on a druid and just cast Wild Growth, and that's it. And I can just do a dungeon casting 1 spell. It's hilariously fun. I can get gear, I can level up, I could just I could spam dungeons all the way from level 10 all the way to end game, and never do a single quest anywhere. Just do dungeons by myself over and over, if that's what I wanted to do. Because it lets you do it now. The delves are really fun. Like, I had a blast doing delves on my hunter. I've not done them on anything else, so I don't know how well they work for other classes and builds, but on my Beast Mastery hunter, they're really fun. let's see what else. The questing is good. I sort of acclimated to doing the, I know it's not called dragon riding. I forget what it's called. I can never remember the name of it, but there's two modes of flying now in the game in retail. One is their normal static, it's called static flight, where you can just sort of hover in the air, right? You get on your mount, you just go up in the air and you just sort of hover there like a gyrocopter, right? Where you're just hovering in the air like a helicopter. And where you never have to land, you can just sit there forever, right? 10 feet off the ground if you want, or 1,000 feet off the ground. That's one mode of flight, static flight. The other one is called I forget what it's called. But it's a different kind of flying. I call it dragon flying, but it's not dragon flying. Swift flight, I don't know. But it's basically like a glide. You glide everywhere. And you can go insanely fast in that mode. Like so fast that it's twice as fast as a flight path. I can go 1,000% of running speed if I'm angled in the right direction and I'm boosting myself. But again, you can't hover in the air. You will ultimately settle back down on the ground doing it, which can be a problem if you just want to go up in the air and park yourself for a while. But if you just want to get from point A to point B really fast, it is the best way to do it.
Luck, friend.
So I find myself swapping back and forth between the two modes, depending on what I'm doing. Like if I'm questing in a little area, I'll go to static flight, so I can just go up in the air and scout around where I want to land next. But if I want to get from one end of the continent to the other end, I'll go to the swift flight or whatever it's called, and just go like a madman as fast as I can from one end to the other. It's kind of fun actually. Once I figured that out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 75 is enough. And then one done. I'll show you what the difference is here in a moment. Once I do this, I'll go over and I'll show you the. I'll figure out what the name is, and I'll show you how nice it can be from getting from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And you might actually like it. Like if you ever decided you wanted to try retail again, you don't have to buy anything. You just have to sub for a month, and then you can play through Dragon Isles or whatever, which is actually a really good expansion. I was impressed. There's parts of it that are very reminiscent of Grizzly Hills, which I was like, holy shit, I feel like I'm in Grizzly Hills here. This is great. The music was pretty, the animals and the aesthetics, foresty kind of a thing was very reminiscent of Grizzly Hills. So I was shocked at that, right? They sort of recaptured that. But I'll show you the Swift Flight or whatever it's called. I think it's Swift Flight. Just want to get this to 295 first, then I'm going to hearth.
A Shah fell out.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Now I can throw these away. I guess the spell power is better for healing. You'd think spirit, but actually I never struggle with spirit. I never struggle with resources in this version of the game. At least not while leveling. Don't need it. Just trying to get to 295 for cheap. Once I hit 295, this will go gray. There we go. Hearth back to storm, and I'll show you the flying in retail. All right. Exit. Let's go back to retail. I'll go on my hunter. who's level capped. I was doing a bunch of really fun things, and then I was like, okay, I feel like I've done what I need to do in retail now. I'm going to go back over and play something in Classic while I'm waiting for Fallout 76 to go to the next whatever it's going to be. Or D3, which is the new season for D3 is coming out on the 5th, which will be fun. I'll play that. Okay, logging into game server. Okay, when I was last playing her, she is in what's called steady flight, right? I always think of it as static flight, but I guess it's called steady. So flight style now is steady, right? So that's what you're used to with WoW, right? Where you're just sitting there. You could sit here forever, right? But you're also limited if we look at the speed that I'm going. You see my speed is 530, which is pretty good, right? This is a different add-on that I'm using to show me the speed up here at the top. 530. If I'm on the ground, I'm at 210. 100% is running speed, so I'm at 145 because I have like, I'm a hunter, so I have some passive bonuses, plus I have like something else going on, like speed, like this right here, like speed on various pieces. So I'm actually moving very fast here. 100% would be normal speed, right, when you're first starting the game. But if I go land somewhere here, I'm going to swap over using this button here. Switch flight style. See that in the top right corner? Switch between skywriting, that's what it's called, and steady flight styles. So I'm going to go to skywriting. I can never remember the name. Okay, now I'm going to get back on my Headless Horseman mount. I'm going to hit spacebar, and I just jump in the air. Uh-oh. I can't fly. Spacebar didn't lift me in the air. Well, I have to hit it twice. One, twice. Now I'm flying. Notice how fast I'm going. I'm going much faster than the normal flying. Now if I point downward, I keep going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until I land, right? So what if I want to keep going? Like, I can hit spacebar, see these little guys up here? I'm going 1,200 times, 200%. Now I'm going almost 800% of running speed.
These constructs once protected the Isle.
Go away, stop talking to me. As long as I have these windy things around me, I'm moving very, very fast. Now if I angle back up, you'll notice the speed starts to slow down. I'm still going faster than normal mount, which for me is about 540. Okay, now I'm starting to slow down compared to a normal flying mount for this character. If I point downward, I speed up. If I point up, I slow down. And as long as I have these little things saved up... Oh, look, no. I can't hover in the air anymore. See that? No more hovering in the air. Now, the way these work now... if you are grounded, these will charge very quickly, right? You have 6 of them. If you're skywriting at very high speeds, they will also recharge. Yes, exactly. Now, I don't do any of the dragon stuff, right? I'm not interested in that. I find it very annoying, like the contests and stuff. I just like, if I want to get from here to over here really fast, I'll swap over to this flying mode and just spacebar, spacebar. Notice I'm using these up to get higher and higher and higher. And I'm going super fast, right? Spacebar, 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 spacebar. And now I'm really high and really fast. Now I can just point down and I can hit this button, which is 3, and I can zoom forward by using one of those things. And now since I'm going really fast, these come back really quickly. I wish I could get rid of this stupid screen distortion because that annoys me. I just want it to always look like this, right? I don't know if there's like a script command I can hit to make it stop doing that. If I go to first person, it's less awkward in some ways. But it's still annoying. But you can see I got up here really, really, really fast. Right? Like twice as fast as normal. Even though I had to contend with this weird right? So that's fun, right? It's fun to go places fast. I'll show you where it's really fun to go fast. I have to get my speed back up here. So these will regenerate faster. Come on. There we go. So I'm going up and down and up and down and up and down here because I didn't start with a full set of 6 charges. So I have to go really fast to get charges back. Okay, so this is the capital city of the new zone, right? There's a big hole in the ground right here. I'm going to go down into that hole because the hole goes into an underground expanse. I'm going 8 to 9 times as fast as normal running speed. Remember, fast flight caps out at about 540. So now I'm underground.
We've got another incursion.
There's an entire underground set of zones, 3 of them.
I know you're good at this.
Let's go ahead and land real quick. Boop. So we have this zone, we have this zone, and this zone, and undermine. This is all underground. Underneath this, right? Ooh, it's a delve, fungal folly. Anyway, I just want to show all that. Show you when I would use the skywriting and when I would not. If I'm questing in an area, I will turn it off because I just want to be able to hover. Because the problem with skywriting is, let's say I'm like, I want to quest here, I'll show you. Let's say I want to quest in an area, like I want to quest right here, and there's enemies all over the place. I'm like, okay, I want to land, and I want to do something here, right? So where am I going to land? I want to land right on top of that thing. I'm like, oh. Okay, I did that one by accident almost, but I want to land right on these things. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going too fast now. I want to come back over here. I want to land on this. Oh, okay. Nope, I missed it, right? Now if I'm in steady flight, I can target exactly where I want to land. So let me switch back over. I'm a bit overpowered for normal questing. So now I can just go, I want to land right there, right? Just right there. I have all the time in the world to figure out where I want to land. I don't have to hurry and be like, okay, there's enemies there. I want to land right about here. Is this good? Yes, now I get off my horse. Now I'm, open to being attacked. But that's when I would use skywriting and when I would use steady flight, is whether I'm questing or if I need to get from point A to point B. Now, it used to be in when Dragon Flight or whatever it is, Dragon Isles first came out, you could only use dragon riding in certain areas, and now you can use it everywhere. So you can go into old zones and do it in, vanilla if you wanted to. Like if you had a brand new character that just hit level 10, you can dragon flight, you can do skywriting immediately, anywhere. It's kind of fun. But now I'm on to Zalberto. Zalberto, my Z character, who needs to hit 40 today. And then I will probably go level some of the high-level characters like Brill up to 90 if I can get her to 90 during the Joyous Journeys thing. Then all my other characters can fly in Pandaria, which is much less annoying. Not being able to fly in Pandaria is very annoying. The zones are annoying enough as it is, in my opinion. To not be able to fly is even worse. Oops, it's slower. Mounted is 176. Travel form is 161. So mounted is faster. See that right there?
Well,
So now I'm going to fly down and I'm going to start that whole cycle again. Go to the rebel camp, which is where all my characters were left off when they went to 30. This guy is in his feral form. I'll swap him to his restoration spec. And he'll struggle for a little while killing things until level 34. And when he gets Killer Instinct... Here, let's go ahead and activate this. I can't do it. Glyphs, talent, specialization... Spells. Restoration. Killer Instinct. There it is, 34. 100% of your intellect as agility when you shapeshift into bear form or cat form. So what that means is I can cast Wrath at an enemy, then cast Moonfire, then I can swap to feral form, and then hit him with a Mangle and then a Ferocious Bite, and they're usually dead. Because all of my intellect from my intellect gear, which is what I would be wearing at that time, like all this intellect gear, becomes agility. Like, as soon as I become a kitty cat, now it's all agility, and now I can actually do good damage as a cat. For now, let's actually activate this. Because I will be healing dungeons. So let's do this. Let's make sure my healing's set up. Regrowth. Swift Mend. At 36 I get Life Bloom, which is very, very nice. So let's head down. I'm a very good healer. Let's find a random dungeon to heal while that I have this. And Darnassus, yes, good. Let's put this in here. I'll swap to this Gilneas Tabard as soon as this goes all the way to 12,000 and I hit Revered with Darnassus. That way I can go buy the Darnassus bag and put it here for cheap. Get rid of this. Actually. Let's see. Nobody's queued. All right. So this goes up here. I have two buttons here for my different gear sets. So this is Feral. This is Resto. Then I have two buttons here for the different loadouts for Bartender. So this is my combat one. This is my cooldown one. So I actually need to add cooldowns to the cooldown one. So Swift Mend goes here. Nature's Cure goes here. You can see when I switch these back and forth, that disappears, right? So normally I would be in combat when I'm out here in the world because that'll pop up a little set of buttons right below my feet that basically are a copy of these buttons down here. That way I can see what spells are ready to cast. I'll show you what I mean in a moment here. It's going to appear right here under my feet. See these right here? It's basically a carbon copy of these over here. Now, normally I would just hop over here and go. There's one more change I have to make, and that is I have a macro that goes here that... Okay, see this weapon? Watch what happens when I go to cat form. See the weapon changes? You can change weapons in combat. So, and then if I click and either of these two buttons, it'll go back to the caster weapon. So what that does is when I'm out here, especially before 34, notice you hear that sound, that little metallic sound? That was me swapping in that weapon, which gives me a little bit extra agility, right? A little bit extra agility, some fire resistance, you know, some stamina for when I go to kitty form that I wouldn't ordinarily have until Killer Instinct. Once I hit Killer Instinct, then it doesn't really matter as much, although the fire resistance is nice. Up, up. There's an oversight. Aquatic form goes there. There we go. I have like all these keybinds memorized. I just don't even think about it. It just automatically hits certain keys when I need certain things. But left arrow, right arrow. Left arrow, right arrow. See? Left, right. So right arrow is my secondary spec. Left arrow is the primary spec for the gear, right? It doesn't change the spec, but it equips the set that is for that particular spec.
You need
We're
something?
not doing any quests here. We're just getting the flight path. We'll continue south till we get there. And then we'll start my standard set of quests that I've been doing on all the characters. Hopefully get a dungeon to pop here soon. Which reminds me, this goes here, not over here. Shadow meld. My panic oh shit button. Like that. Which, in this version of the game, you can do in combat, which is nice. This would normally be feign death for a hunter at level 32. But this is always my oh shit button. This is a secondary oh shit button. This is where I put feign death. This is where I put disengage for a hunter. Shadow meld and I don't think I have, maybe, oh yeah, later on. Actually here I would put tranquility on the druid once he or she gets that. And then I'll put shadow meld over here as the secondary one where I hold the shift key and slam my 0 button on my keypad. We have stealth kitties over here in this area, so we might be attacked by one of them. We can generally ignore it as they'll reset the rubber band back to their starting spot once I'm like over here, right there. Okay, we want this flight path.
There, watch, get it back. What can I do for you?
And this is just about where you picked up at the beginning of the video. I had just picked these up. And then I headed north to this area, and that's when I started recording the video on Yandos. Yep, you could hear it. I had attacked him. Ha ha! There's a quest I don't do because I don't like it, and that's the quest for those cats. I'll get that next. I don't want to go hunt shadow cats that are in stealth because it's annoying. See, how am I doing on dungeons? No button yet. It's weird. Sometimes I get a dungeon faster as DPS than I do as a tank or as a healer. Don't know why. Doesn't seem like it has any rhyme or reason to it. Saber to kill 12 of these. Again, swap weapons. One hit here, second hit, then ferocious bite, and we're good. Again, we're going to swap back to the other weapon. I'll keep this open so you can see it change. See it change to the other weapon. If you're going to go a short distance, it's faster just to switch to travel form. If you're going a longer distance, it's better to go to get on a mount. This music is from Skulazar Basin, by the way, in Northrend. They've grafted it onto this zone, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Now, I could do a fairy fire, but it's sort of a waste of time. Like, if I do this, I could go like this, and I could go here, and I do a fairy fire, but it's honestly faster at this point just to start my rotation. If I were in feral form already, I would use, like, if feral form was my build, then I would, oops, that was bad. There we go. Then I would just put fairy fire to, like, pull the enemy. I generally don't attack from stealth because it just takes too long. There's no real benefit, like pounce and all that crap. I'd rather just fairy fire to grab aggro and tag the enemy and then just run in and zap them. Same thing with a rogue. I generally, playing assassination and, well, With assassination, I guess it's different now. But I used to just run up in combat mode and just thwack something with my swords. You can see it's very viable, even in healer gear, right? Once I swap over here, I can, you know, Moonfire is slowly killing them. The first Wrath took a good chunk of health away. And I have Ysera's Gift, which is healing me the whole time, right? So I don't have to worry about my health at all. I passively regen a good chunk of health every 5 seconds. If it's needed. Like right there.
Work complete.
Work complete. Now this guy down here is a sort of a beastie thing. I will use Fairy Fire on him. Sadly, I don't think I have Rake. Do I? I don't think I have Rake. Oh yeah, I do have Rake. But it's sort of a lesser spell, not really as useful here. Mangle hits harder. Okay, so I will use this, and I will put Fairy Fire on him because he has a lot of health and a lot of armor, and I want to burn through that. I will get stunned here in a moment. Right there. Boop. But I have 5 combo points on him, so I could eat a bunch of his health off. Do this all again. Gonna petrify me. Boop. But now I can just zap him down. There we go.
Work complete.
And then we'll go back and turn these in. This is where I started the video on the Hunter. Am I close to 32 yet? Let's see, what do I get at 32? Pounce I don't use, ever. Never used Pounce, never found a use for it. I see some people using it, but to me it's a waste of time. It's fun, but I find myself ultimately landing wrong, and so I got annoyed with it, so I'm like, okay, fuck this spell. I'm never using this again, and I stopped using it forever on all my druids. Because I would just never land correctly. It was always putting me in the wrong place for combat. It was like, why? Why? I felt like I was losing control of my character when it wasn't placing me correctly after the end of the pounce.
Can I help you? I have a great day now.
Go away. I don't like you.
Well met. Keep your feet on the ground.
It's agility neck piece.
Christiana Pine, welcome.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so now we're going to head south. We're going to come back and do this later, like before. Yay, Foulspore Cavern. Maraudon, however you want to say it. Mara, for short. It's a good dungeon for XP. Generally. Well, 2 of the wings are. One wing is very short. The one with the demon at the end. It's somewhat short. This is the one I won't do, because it requires me to kill the tigers, and like I have to go way up here. I don't want to go all the way up there for something. Let's hide that, hide that. Hide that. so these are the focus of the 3 icons that take place over here. Sorry, Seraphine, I didn't have the chat open. Hello, I'm doing well. How are you? Don't know how long ago we posted that, but hello.
Greetings.
Again, this is just going through the motions, grabbing the quests as quickly as possible. The goal is to hit 40 with minimum fuss, minimum hassle.
Can I help you?
That quest isn't available until like level 34, I think.
Talk to me.
Okay, now let's go fly back up.
Off with you.
Now that we have all these other quests, including the ones for the gorillas that are going to be over here and over here. So we'll get those all at the same time. Easy XP and fun because they're gorillas. Who doesn't want to kill a bunch of gorillas? It's amazing. No one's doing dungeons right now. That's really bizarre. Someone's lagging. All of these things will die much faster once I hit 34. Not that it takes a long time to kill them now. I mean, compared to vanilla, this is nothing. This is so easy compared to vanilla. Like compared to, you know, the original 1 to 60. I'm not going very far here, so I'll just go into this form rather than mount up. See, those guys are so annoying. So annoying. I always go this way to start out. Looking for little sparkly things on the sides like that. And poop. You see that little green cloud that hits me? That's Ysera's gift, doing that little self-heal. That little puff of green. It's quite nice. We meet Ysera in Legion. And then they die. Seeing my health is low. Wait for the puff. There it goes. Now if I'm in a group, it'll also heal other people. Like if they're low on health, it'll heal them as well. Which is a nice little supplemental heal when you're healing a dungeon, or even if you're just doing anything in a dungeon. You know, even if you're as feral or as a bear, it'll still heal people. Now, this is a rare, so I'm going to go ahead and put Fairy Fire on them to reduce their armor. No, you don't. Sparkly here. Oh, all the sparklies are done. Now pure water.
Work complete.
Yeah, after doing this a bunch of times, it's like putting on comfortable shoes. You're like, ah, yes, this little part of my journey. I will do this, and then I will get ready for the next part of the journey. See what's my goal right now. Reincarnated is not my guild. That's the guild that my high-level characters are in. They don't owe the guild bank. But Crafters Anonymous, that's my money. 84,000 in the guild bank. So that's nice. So everybody gets their flying mounts. Gets their fast flying mounts. Four of 6. Just need 2 more of those. Let's go this way, and then we'll go down the hill. I need to get 2 more Acarus reeds from these guys. Come on. Where are the reeds, buddies? Well, at least I'm getting those nice, yummy, expensive silk cloths. I was farming those on Brill for a while. Over here, right up here is a really good place to farm for silk cloth. If you don't want to do a dungeon. I should have done a dungeon, but I didn't realize which dungeons. I should have tested that, which dungeons drop silk cloth. But I was like, not really thinking straight. There we go. 6 of 6. Excellent. So I'm done over here. Let's go kill monkeys. They're gorillas, not monkeys. Yeah, it's the same general feeling. The things that go, hoo, 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 those are monkeys to me, right? I don't care what you call them, they're monkeys. Well, actually, if you look at the family tree, you know, the Kingdom Phylum class order family genus species. Well, see, they're in the same species, but they're different phylum. So I don't care. They're all monkeys, right? They put their arm, they put their hand under their arm and go. See? See? We need 5 giblets. I will fairy fire you. Oh man. Why you knock me away? I just want to play with your brains. Two giblets. Boy, this is so weird. Okay, finally. 2 DPSers are queued. It's bizarre. 3 giblets. Now we're going to go up here. And do a little mini event. It is far easier now than it used to be in vanilla. Once you get a gorilla fang, talk to this guy. Then you go through a little gauntlet of sorts. Generic enemy. A named enemy. He's gonna throw filth at me. Thanks. Thanks a lot for the filth. And then we get a gorilla that looks like Ukla down in Ongro Crater. My favorite gorilla to go capture when I was a budding hunter back in BC, or late BC, when gorillas became obscenely good. There we go. The Heart of Mock. Are you mocking me? He was mocking me with his mock fists. Are you a mod or a rocker? No, I'm a mocker. That's a line from A Hard Day's Night. There we go. 33. Nothing interesting happens at 33, sadly. Except that these guys become slightly easier. And their aggro radius becomes slightly smaller. There we go. Alright. Time for turn-ins all around. Well, up above. And then we're going to go do some zombie stuff, and then we'll go do the other stuff. What I should probably do, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I could go to bear form for the zombies, couldn't I? Be interesting to try. I haven't done it yet. Let's see. 2 out of... Okay, we're just waiting for a 3rd DPS. So I should probably wait for that, because we'll probably get that to pop soon.
Talk to me. See you soon. Watch your back. Need assistance?
Green arrow means good.
How you doing, man? Hi, how are you?
Now we're going to go and do these. I think I know what happened to him. He got attacked by a shadow panther. He thought he was safe. He just parked his character there for a moment. Went AFK. Shadow panther spawned. Again, like after not being there for a while. Let's figure this out. Mangle. Small. Fairy fire. Swipe. I don't have the full complement of bear tools at my disposal. I don't even have, I don't have the healing thing, do I? No, you'd get that when you actually go over here. Where is it? I forget what it's called. It's like some like bear form of healing that you can do on a timer. I can at least put in rejuvenation. There we go. Let's see how this works. See if it's futile. Oh, that's right. It's 4. Got it, yeah. don't have... What is it? I'm thinking of... Lacerate is what I'm thinking of, like the boss... The one you use on bosses. See, now he's going to try to heal himself a bit. Yeah, this is a loser approach. Go back to kitty cat. Could really only do one at a time, but... Okay, we're going to swap this. When I get in there and I'm out of combat, I will swap other things. Here, let me get out of combat here. So I can move this down. I can go back over to my cooldown loadout. Okay, so a few things have to change to go in here and heal. Where's the NPC? Should be an NPC here. Where's the NPC? Should be a quest giver here. That's weird. That's very strange. Should be an NPC right there giving quests. Hey, can you put kings on everyone? Paladin. Come on, people, do your jobs. That's really strange. It's like the instance is broken or something. Probably doesn't even speak English. It's so annoying.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent! Keep firing! Let none escape!
It's such an annoying event. The way they changed this, it's really tedious. Well, at least he has kings on himself, doesn't he? Good job, idiot. Yeah, screw it, I'm taking those. It's so annoying when people don't know how to play your class. It's like, why are you on Classic if you don't know how to play? This is for people that want nostalgia because they played it for bazillion hours years ago. They're like, I want to go back and do that again. It's not for newbies that have never played. I mean, I guess it can be, but it's very annoying. There we go. Thank you. I want to say finally, but I don't want to be that much of a dick. See, my job is to put fairy fire on the boss, on big elites, put moonfire on there, wrath when I can, and keep everybody healed up. That's my job as a druid. And to not die. When everybody stand in the green.
Don't just sit there! Kill them! Ah, stupid animals! I put you down after I kill these weaklings. I bleed. But I won't die.
Alright, now we just wait. Do not run into those enemies. You will die instantly.
Obey your master!
These guys over here will kill you instantly. I don't care how much health you have. I don't care whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You will die. Don't run in.
So many hounds. We can't
Don't run in there.
back.
Or do. Make me laugh.
Our sacred brother.
Tab 3. Tab 3. Tab 3. Tab 3. We're swarmed. Swift Mend is a nice little filler heal. At 36 I get Life Bloom, and that's much nicer on the tank. Requires a little bit extra work to keep it at 3 stacks, but it's not that difficult to do, and it's like an insane amount of healing for the tank. They're walking away. So we'll go in here. Everybody in, everybody in, everybody in. Okay, good, 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 good. Fairy Fire.
Another
Moonfire.
chance to test my might.
Bosses actually generally don't do that much damage to a tank. It's usually big groups of enemies.
On your guard. Bested by the likes of...
I grab the correct. Yes, I have Darnassus on. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we have a warrior. I need to fix that icon so it doesn't show like in that position looking that way. That was stunning. The haste does help a lot. Being able to cast these spells a little bit faster. For the GCD to go away faster. There's gold in them there hills. And on the ground. When enemies are in the big red bubble that's going to appear here, they take very little damage. So you want to pull them out if you can, or cancel the bubble. You see the thing that says damage taken by enemies is reduced by 99%. It's like really, really bad. Nice braces for a hunter or a shaman.
Everything must burn.
None shall know the Scarlet Crusade. You, him, shall be charged to us.
It's unfortunate that quest giver wasn't there. Very strange. I could have had some quest XP from this. Quite a bit of XP. This guy's gonna light on fire one corner of the room. Well, a quadrant of the room. There's no real corners. Okay, now he's gonna do his fire thing in a circle. Don't get caught in it. You'll probably die. Unless your healer's good like me. Yay, 34. Now I can have Killer Instinct. GG. Alright, let's see this Killer Instinct in action. Yay, agility. See that? Goes from 43 up to 185. Okay, let's go do this Zanzil thing first. Do what he's doing. I guess he's not doing it. Let's go. Whoa! That's the wife. One moment, I'll be right back. She's dead. No, I'm just kidding. It's car things. We're trying to make sure her car's in good stead. It's 233,000 miles or 223,000 miles, and we're hoping to get to 300,000 miles. So we're sort of doing some extra maintenance now to sort of get it in a good place. So she was listening to her car today, which is something she hasn't done for a while, to like really listen to hear how it's running, hear if it's making noises, if it's screaming, if it's crying, if it's whining, if it's purring, and if so, by how much. I don't really need to go to their weapon now, although it will go. I just need to put this back here, because otherwise the other spells have the weapon. These abilities have the melee weapon added to it, and if I don't swap over to the melee weapon using the cat form macro, then it like the global cooldown kicks in again. Like right here, see how the global cooldown kicked in? I'd rather have it do that there than do it when I try to hit this spell. Like that. The global cooldown is annoying. I wish swapping weapons wouldn't activate the global cooldown. Stop. Just need one more. There we go.
Work complete.
Now I'm done up here and I go down there. For the moment. Now I've yet to figure out what I'm going to do from 40 to 50. Whether I'm going to do it in one shot or I'll do it like 40 to 45 to unlock the next row of talents, right? For each character. Because I like to have something like a watermark. So 40 is a good watermark because that's when you get your fast mount, right? Your fast land mount. You can train that up.
My, you're a tall one.
Work complete.
How are you? Okay,
No,
See you soon.
Exalted with your guild. Yes, my own little private guild, so it's not much of an feat. Not much of an achievement, but yeah. Now I need to also do this management. Let's see. Let's go to the melee build with left arrow and see. Let's see. Restoration, feral. Yes, that's good. Okay, so let's go save this. And I go right arrow. That'll equip restoration. And nope, no upgrades. Maybe this will be an upgrade. The baggie from the thing. That's really annoying that that NPC didn't appear in the dungeon. Don't know why. Very, very strange. Wild is resto, right? Oh no, that's feral. Yeah, definitely an upgrade. Let's go over here. Let's see. Jasperton is my the guy that gets sent all the items that are destined for my other characters in the private guild, which so far it'd only be that. Auctioneer gets the cloth, gets these items. It's the bag. I'll hold on to that. Jasperton will get this too for another one of the hunters. And then let's pull the vendor mount out and sell shit. These I'm keeping for the Dark Moon Fair. I have also materials for like this is for the alchemy quest. This, and this are for the tailoring quest. And this, Simple Flower, is for the cooking quest. So I have stocked up for the next 3 or 4 Dark Moon Fairs.
Light bless you.
See that one, right? Yeah. Intellect, yes. Sell these spare pieces that don't need any more. Make sure these don't turn red. Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm not doing good, I'm doing well. Only Superman does good. So I can learn this. Not that I'll ever make any. I don't even know why I need this. I can't even use it.
Can I help you?
Work complete.
Good day to you.
Work complete.
Let's get rid of this, get rid of this. Just keeping track of what I have over here.
Hey there, be careful.
All right, so at this point, I think I'm going to take a break because I'm getting hungry. It's, I've had a little bit of food, but not much, and my iced coffee, which was delicious and filling. But now it's time to take a little break and not do this for a short while. Mailing off to the alts that who have various responsibilities like opening lock boxes, disenchanting things, and so forth, or vending, or whatever. Let's do a real quick stop over at the auction character real quick. Auctioneer. Now I could use TSM, Trade Skill Master, Trade Skill Manager, is it Master, Manager?
Warm wishes to you.
To do all this, but I'm just going to do it by hand. It's fine. These never sell. Here we go. These do sell. Let's just sell those for 79 each. Ba, 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 ba. Junk, junk. Pretty good.
Favor the road.
That's good for now. That's good for now. Let's go to the rogue real quick. My good old assassination rogue. She should have a bunch of lock boxes all set to go. And since she has the glyph, glyph of pick lock, she can go click, 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 and they're all unlocked. Excellent. I can also auction off some of these things. Actually, I'll hold on to that. This goes to Jasperton, which is the organizer for the alts. And then, let's see here. Irrelevant, 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 irrelevant. These are probably all going to be just garbage. Yes. Does he all get disenchanted? By this guy. I'm very close to hitting my first goal for the joyous journey, or whatever it's called. Joyous journeys, which was to get all of my characters to at least level 40. Look at all this crap that I've been sending him from all these characters that are leveling up. This isn't even a quarter of it. This is like just the last 5 characters, right? Of all the shit that they've collected. I'll have to like crunch that and sell it on the auction house later. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm hungry and I need a break and I need to move my body. Move my body. Yeah, yeah. Okay, see you guys.